Hey, hello there, and as ever, great to have your company this Tuesday evening. My name's Sean. This is the Planet Cruise TV show. It's a show that's been running nearly 10 years, and tonight, this Tuesday, well, it's actually Black Friday week on ID World, so Planet Cruise have given us the most amazing offers. Got 6 cruises and 3 mini cruises as well, and cruises, I've actually got one for less than £200 as well. Glenn is with us. I can see him looking at his notes there.
Looking at my notes, just checking.
Great cruises.
Good deals. Hello, mate. You okay? How are you?
I'm great, Tara.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn, I know most of you know him, but he actually works for Planet Cruise.
I do, yeah. I've just come out from the office this morning, so it's still busy. You know, we say it every time we come on here, and normally sort of November, December starts to wind down a bit before Christmas, and obviously picks up again in January. But we're still as busy as ever, and people are travelling the world, the Caribbean, Far East. They're doing booking their med cruises for next year. I think people now are starting to get organised. You know, unfortunately, a few years ago you could get a late deal. It's not happening in cruising now, and I think if you want to go to the places you want, the cabin you want, you've got to get booking now.
And if anything, we have seen prices rise, haven't we?
We have, yeah, and that's across the board with most of the companies.
Because the last cruise I did, I mean, you know, if you booked it late, you did pay a lot more.
Exactly, yeah. And as I said, I think now people are getting organised for next year, and they want to make sure they get the cabins they want, and again, taking the promotions with the drinks packages and all that. So yeah, it's still really good.
Now tonight honestly we've got something for everybody, haven't we?
We have. We're going down to the Canary, we're going to the Far East. We've got a couple of bits around the Mediterranean. Got some mini cruises, off to the TT races.
Yes, yes.
Over the Isle of Man, so something a little bit different, hopefully.
And honestly, when you see the prices, we've actually got some minis at under £200.
Yeah, which again is really good for people that want to try cruising, but you know maybe don't want to break the bank, but they want to experience some of these ships. For £200, £100 a night, that's roughly what you're going to pay for a mini cruise, and it's a good chance to see what this cruising life's all about. And then they might become an addict like you and do how many you done now?
I think it's 25 cruises. Yeah, I've been really looking.
2 for next year.
2 for next year.
And we were just talking about maybe doing
a mini cruise as well. Yeah, yeah. We've never actually been on a ship together, so we're thinking of taking our partners, and yeah, obviously we will be getting a drinks package.
Obviously,
Anyway, we're going to start off with Marella Cruises. Now, you might be thinking Marella Cruises. Are they new? This is Thompson, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically what's happened is, I hope I get this right, Thompson's you've probably seen in the TV are rebranding, and they're now becoming obviously TUI. So TUI's going to be the brand now. And obviously we used to have TUI Discovery and TUI Discovery 2. Well, they've decided to change also their cruise ships now, and they've called it Marella, which was a bit of a shock to the system. We didn't expect that name. So any Thompson cruise now is called Marella.
But
everything's exactly the same, and the entertainment, which always gets great reviews, and tips are included. So still very, very popular, but they are now called Marella.
And the deal we've got tonight, it's your favourite because it's an all-inclusive, isn't it?
We like the all-inclusive.
Yeah, we do. I've used it.
Thompson's always so well when we have them on the TV, to be quite honest. But if you add the all-inclusive in, you know, it's all taken care of. Lead price on there is really, really strong. And as I said to you before, with Thompson's, they love it. They love the entertainment. They love the crew members on board. And I think people feel very, very comfortable when they go on a Marella cruise or a Thompson cruise. But as I said, the entertainment's won awards again this year for the size of the ships, the best at sea. And again, as I said, it's just a very, very comfortable, fun ship, really, really good, and people enjoy it.
And as I have mentioned, you will get a free upgrade to all-inclusive. Bear in mind, you know, now drinks package, it can be a bit pricey on certain ships. You can be talking sometimes £55, £60 a day. To know all your drinks are included.
Yes, and what they're doing on this at the moment...
For you and I, it's a bit of an essential.
It's done, isn't it? But the thing is, if you leave this late, if you go, you know, try and book this in a few months' time, they will charge you for the drinks package. It's generally about £199 per person for the week, so they're including that in there now for you. Also, low deposit, £75 per person.
Yeah.
That means it's tied in, you've got that drinks package included, and then you can start looking forward to your holidays.
And a great lead date, the 9th of October, but we'll talk about it later, but there's a brilliant date, 17th of July, when you're only paying $859, just a little bit more to get a July date.
Yeah, which is right, starting in the summer holidays. You know the weather's going to be even better, but as I said, if you want to try a cruise, Thompson's a really, really good place to start, and your drinks, your tips, everything's included on that one for you.
So, you know, the price you see on the screen, that's all you need to pay, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know, I'm just... just looking at some great prices in this. All the dates, actually. Anyway, let's Let's show you where you're going to be cruising to. You actually fly from Bournemouth on this one, don't you, Glenn?
You fly from Bournemouth, yeah, and obviously we always base it on the lead-in airport, but because it's Thompson's, they're the best out there for regional airports.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Glasgow, Edinburgh, Birmingham, Manchester, all the way down to London. We'll check all those. Some might have supplements, but when you phone the team tonight, they'll let you know what those supplements are. Then we're flying then into Palma, which, as most of you know, that's where I got married last year, which I do love. And depending on what time your flight lands, you will get a little bit of time to go and explore Palma in the afternoon. Then, always nice, I think, with a cruise is to chill out and have a day at sea, taking the facilities on board, go to some of the restaurants, have a drink. You've got your all-inclusive on there as well before hitting sort of 4 or 5 of the ports of call, and you're going to be very, very busy. We then make our way down to Cadiz in southwest Spain, and again, Cadiz is a beautiful city. You don't have to do a tour here. You can wander around. You've got the promenade there. You've also got the cathedral, the castle of San Sebastian, some of the beaches. Depending on what time you want to go, the weather will be very, very good down there. Bit of sunbathing, and if you're taking the kids on as well, you've got a chance to either do a beach holiday or a bit more land-based, depending on what you want to see. They then go in from there into Portimao. Now, Portimao is making the way over into Portugal, over into the Algarve, and you've got Faro and other places to go and see. Penina Golf Course, I've played that a number of times before, is very, very pleasant. And Praia da Rocha Beach is a superb beach, one of the best in Europe then, if you really want to take in the Algarve. The Algarve this year, for 2017, was one of the most popular destinations to go and see. So, again, you might get the chance to go there, and that's the on from Portimao.
Then a bit of a taste of Britain next, isn't
Then we go back into 1970s Britain, I always call it. If you've not been to there before, we're going up to the Rock in Gibraltar now. Again, loads of things to see here. Make your way up to the Rock. That's where you've got the apes, not the monkeys, I always call them monkeys, but the apes of Gibraltar.
They were actually, when I went, I was there early on this year, they were actually really friendly to me.
Were they? Well, again, because of the beard.
Oh, exactly. They thought, yeah, I was one of their relatives, yeah.
Separated at birth. Look at it, look.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Sean Rice, the Sean Ryan of Gibraltar. But make sure when you're there you don't leave anything in your pockets because they'll have your cameras out. But once you go back down into Gibraltar, have a wander around, you've got the pubs and the bars there. Good for your duty-free shopping. You've got the old...
it's really good.
Yeah, and as I said, it is like Little Britain there in Spain. We go from there on to Cartagena. Now, Cartagena used to have a house in this part of the world. And again, nice in the port area just to go and wander around. But the other thing is to go and see, you've got the Roman amphitheatre. So if you like your history and your culture, that's really, really interesting. And you can see that there. That's the amphitheatre. Just have a stroll around. They've got the museum there. And that's really, really interesting. And then from there, wander back into the streets, along the promenade there, stop and have a drink before heading back to the ship. Valencia in Spain, again, it should be good weather in this part of the world. We're heading up the coastline there. And from there, again, you've got the City of Arts and Science. You've got the Oceanographic Museum. You've also got the Biopark. Or, again, you've got the beaches and the promenades just to wander along. And it's got quite a good marine tradition there with their yachting and places like that. They do a lot of the yachting there, so it's quite nice if you want to do that. And then from there, back into Palma. And that's where you're going to disembark the ship and you're going to fly home.
Just looking at all the beautiful places you're going to be visiting, and everything's included, tips, you know, your gratuities, all of your drinks, flights, as I mentioned, $7.99. That's really good.
Now, the other thing they are doing on there as well, if you wanted to, you can extend that. Now, this is based on the 9th of October date, but they have other dates. You can also add on another week in Mallorca. If you've not been to Mallorca before,
nice.
Lead starting on that is $229 to add that on for the 9th of October. But again, if you want to go more during the summer, it will be a little bit more expensive, but you can turn that into a 2-week holiday.
That's what the ship looks really nice.
It is really nice. And as I said, it does so well, Marella, Thompson's. And as I said, the guests just really enjoy the shows, the food, the general staff on board, and as I said, everything's included.
Glenn, do you know approximately how many passengers are on
it's about 1,500 passengers.
So nice sort of,
To be quite honest, it's almost classed as a small ship now compared to some of the big boys.
So if you don't want a ship full of, 5,000 passengers, whatever, this is only about 1.5. Let's just show you what is included. It's everything, as I mentioned. So you will get tonight, on tonight's show, a free upgrade to all-inclusive. And that makes a lot of difference, really does. All tips and service charges as well. Now, you get return flights from Bournemouth. That's based on the 9th of October. But we do have flights available from most UK airports. Just ask the team tonight, and they'll let you know what supplements may apply there. And Glenn just mentioned, if you want to add on a 7-night stay in Mallorca, you can do that, of course, as well. But we noticed, Glenn and I were looking at the prices earlier. The October date is great, but the 17th of July, which is going to be really expensive, it's like kind of mid-July, That's only actually £859 on this one.
Yeah,
it's really good, that, isn't
I mean,
it?
again, it depends on how your dates sort out. But I said, if you ever look at that 17th of July, 859 is the one that really stood out for me. But again, if you want to go a little bit later on in the year, 9th of October won't have so many children, so 799. Depends when you can go, but really, really good.
But again,
prices.
we can talk you through it and look at the difference in terms of the inside and the outside. You know, for a few pounds more per night, you can actually upgrade to an outside as well. Now, all the cruises have their own ID numbers. I can never see them with my eyes, but the one on this one is 148. Hang on. See, hang on. 148. All right, thanks, Glenn. 664. Thanks. I'm in denial that I need glasses. That's
they say the eyesight's the first thing to go, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. Mine is just going, actually. Now, we are joined tonight by a lovely guest who's been with us on the sofa before. Moira from Cruise Maritime. Hello, nice to see you.
And you, are you well?
Very well, thank you, yeah. All about
excellent.
everything you, because last time Moira was with us, we had an amazing show, actually, with Cruise Maritime. And you've got such a great deal tonight, haven't you?
I'm so excited. I think this is just the best deal ever.
I agree.
Cruise Maritime
really
are
good.
the home of great value cruising. But I think we've knocked it out the park tonight. I think we've done well.
Well, I'm looking at the date, 20th of July.
Exactly, peak dates.
Peak dates. We've got a price of under £1,000, and that's for 15 nights.
It is.
Isn't it?
It's 15 nights.
That's less than £500 a week.
Of course it is. And Cruise Maritime, it's all about value on board as well, and offering that intimate home from home type of ambience. We're very traditional. Our ships are British style, so it's sterling's the currency on board.
Lovely.
So no need to worry about exchange rate conversions or anything like that. And the nice thing about our ships is because they're a little bit smaller, they can get into the ports of call that some of those big superliners can't get into. So
really, I mean, you know, you are getting great feedback. You really are. Glenn, you actually on this ship. You were on it together, weren't you?
Weeks ago, we filmed on that, which you're going to see shortly. But also, Columbus is my old ship. It used to be Ocean Village. Well, it was Arcadia, then it went Ocean Village. Then it's been down to Australia. Then they announced it last year that it was coming back and going to be called Columbus. So
this is the ship that I know loads of people that have been cruising for a while. They love the ship, don't they?
She is a fantastic ship. She's got a huge loyal following. She's selling incredibly well for us. We're already getting lots of repeat business. She only joined us in June, so she's still quite new for Cruise Maritime, but we're just doing really well. Absolutely.
I'll tell you the other thing that's really good, just quickly before we have a look at the ship, is the size of the cabins, because they are always big really cabins compared to...
Really?
Yeah, they're really big cabins.
Now, I know you were partying and having loads of fun, but you did manage to do a bit of filming, I gather, as well.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, only 2 minutes worth, actually. But anyway, here it is. Let's take you on board.
The CMV Columbus is the newest and biggest of the CMV cruise lines. As an adult-only cruise ship, the Columbus offers a more mature and sophisticated onboard experience. The British-based ship prides itself on spacious and comfortable surroundings. The adult-only CMV Columbus is very spacious and holds up to 1,400 guests with 775 cabins. The majority are ocean views. All cabins feature private ensuite as well as shower, ample hanging and storage space, flat-screen televisions, hairdryers, fridge and that all-important safe. Now, if you like a taste of home, you can get exactly that here at the Waterfront Restaurant. You can opt for a full English breakfast, savour a leisurely lunch and enjoy a delightful 5-course dinner. Now, if you don't fancy a 5-course dinner, then you can also opt to dine at the Fusion or Grill speciality restaurants or sample the delights of the sumptuous dinner at the chef's table, one I would definitely recommend. Now, don't worry about all this talk of tea, alcohol and food. There is a fully equipped gym that can help work off those extra pounds. Or, if you feel like being pampered, you can also book yourself in for a range of beauty treatments, or even relax with a blissful massage to take your cares away. Now, why not check out Columbus's fascinating guest speakers? You can learn more about fascinating subjects from someone who is passionate about their interest and will want to share their knowledge and enthusiasm with you. CMV Columbus is the perfect place for you to be entertained, as it has 6 entertainment venues. From a nightclub to a 2-tiered Palladium show lounge, there are plenty of ways to enjoy a lively and entertaining evening on board this magnificent ship. There are speciality acts and guest entertainers that complement the on-board show team, which will guarantee you evenings to go with a swing. If you're feeling in the swing of things, the 2-decked tiered Palladium show lounge even features a retractable stage, creating ample space for those glamorous ballroom dancing, so get those toes moving.
You look like you'd had a couple of drinks by the end of that.
So we filmed at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, OK, I'll let you off.
Late.
No, you might have picked up that. Glenn Glenn was saying about it being adults only.
Yeah.
Now, you might think, has he got it all long? No, he hasn't, actually. It's not. She's normally an adults-only ship,
Absolutely.
isn't she?
So Cruise Maritime are renowned for being adults only. That's no children under the age of 16. However, we're getting so many guests wanting to go on holiday with the grandkids and the kids, and of course not being able to on the school holidays. So as such, we've actually launched 8 cruises for 2018, all in the holidays, where you can take the grandkids, take the kids, have a family holiday.
Great.
We call them multi-generational, so it's very much about taking, you know, lots of different age groups and everyone having a wonderful time on board.
And you've given us amazing prices. You'll see their kids
It's
sell
incredible.
from £189. There are 2 dates. The 20th of July is including all families and children.
Yeah.
There is a later date in October, the 12th of October, which is adults only, isn't
That's it. So if
Great.
you really don't want to travel with the children, you want to avoid them because that's not your type of holiday, then do the October date.
Yeah, great.
Same fare, same great price, but just without the kids.
So everyone's covered tonight, aren't they?
Yes,
I think this one is. I
exactly.
do think it is amazing. I really do. So anyway, let's show you where you're going to be cruising to. So we're actually cruising out of Tilbury, aren't we?
That's right, our home port.
Yep, so this one's going out of Tilbury, which, as I said, was my home destination for about 3 years when I worked with Cruise and Maritime. And then from there we go over to Amsterdam. So we visit Amsterdam quite a lot when we work with Cruise and Maritime from Tilbury. So that's nice, a chance to go and experience Amsterdam. We talk about a lot of that on the show. So you get a chance to go to the Anne Frank Museum, you can wander around, go to Madame Tussauds, into the main square, wherever you want to go. And then from there we have 3 days at sea, which is lovely because the ship's got loads of space upstairs. The weather's going to be good if you're going in July, so you've plenty of chance to sunbathe, relax. They've still got the bar there with the swim-up bar, you've got the pool area, so you've got plenty of things to do there. Entertainment on board is always good. And then from there we're heading down into the sun, down into Gibraltar. We've just spoke about Gibraltar, we won't spend too long on there, but again, a nice chance to experience the end of Spain there, the bottom end of Spain, before heading from there. Another day at sea, and it's going to get warmer and warmer as you head down, of course, to the Canary Islands themselves. Now, in the Canaries, they reckon this has got the best climate in the world, 320 days of sunshine a year, and the weather's generally 25, 26 degrees.
Well,
so
I was
it's
there
always
just
good.
a few weeks ago, and it was marvellous.
It doesn't matter when you go, whether you go January, in the middle of the summer,
No.
summer's going to be even warmer. But again, in Lanzarote, you've got a chance to go and do the camel rides. Again, volcanic islands, all of these, they've got beautiful sandy and black sand beaches. You can go to Arrecife, you can go to the Timofare National Park, again to Cactus Gardens. Plenty of things to do in Lanzarote, so it's a very, very popular destination. From there we go down into Las Palmas, again in the Canary Islands, and a popular destination. Now, Gran Canaria used to work there for a couple of years. You've got a number of areas of Puerto Rico and Playa de Ingles, the 2 main resorts. You've also got in the centre there Maspalomas, which has got the sand dunes, and again, I just hope you like camels, because you can do a lot of riding on your camels when you're down in this part of the world. From there, Tenerife, one of the big destinations, of course, of the Canaries, and they normally dock in the north part of the island. A lot of the Brits tend to holiday down in Playa de Americas and Los Cristianos. But right docking at the top, you've got Puerto de la Cruz, you've got the Lido area there. You can also make the way down into the centre of the island to Mount Teide, the volcanic island. It's a beautiful place, and Lora Park is another big destination there in Tenerife. From there on to Madeira, one of my favourite destinations.
Yeah,
and
same here,
again,
actually.
we always tend to visit there if you're doing the transatlantics on the way over or the way back, but you get a chance to almost see where Europe meets the Caribbean, and it's a mountainous island, but you've got things to do there like the cable car ride. You can take the toboggan down, which I would advise you do once if you haven't had the chance to do it. Stunning botanical gardens, and they've also got Tea at Reed's, which is one of the famous hotels there. A little bit more dress up, but it is a phenomenal place, and make sure if you do get a chance to go up the mountain, go to one of the restaurants there and take nice views. Of course, of the ship itself. Then we've got a chill out day, and then back into Lisbon. That's where we joined Columbus the other week, and the sail in and out of Lisbon is stunning. You've got the 25th of April bridge, you've got the Christ the Redeemer statue. When you're in Lisbon, you've got the yellow trams. You can just wander around, meander, take a trip up the glass elevator, but lots of stuff to do in the centre of Lisbon. Then from there, another 2 chill out days to relax, take it easy. We played the bingo, didn't we? We played bingo.
you won, didn't you?
I won the
you won
bingo,
the
yeah.
bingo.
I won the
That's
bingo,
right.
yeah. That went down well.
Can I just say, you didn't do so well on the quiz?
Oh,
that's good,
The quiz was not his thing.
And then from there, we're going to head back into Tilbury, and that'll be the end of the cruise there for you.
Now let's just have a look at this wonderful ship. She's the latest acquisition for Cruise and Maritime, isn't she?
That's right. Joined us in June. And what I love about her is the size. 1,400 passengers, not too big, but not too small. Still got a good choice of entertainment venues, bars and lounges. We've got a traditional pub, which you've just seen. You've just seen the chef's table here, which is a gastronomic 9-course menu, which you've done, haven't you?
Yeah, we were the first people to do it, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
We have an Indian fusion-style specialty restaurant, and we also work with an organic British meat company and have our grill restaurants. If you like your steaks, your surf and turf, it's a great place to go.
I'm really impressed. I am.
She's an
really
absolutely beautiful ship.
And now, I know we are nearly out of time. I have to ask something really important. You're all about great value cruising.
That's right.
I've heard that your drinks packages
Fabulous.
are fabulous, yeah.
It is fabulous. So we do all-inclusive for £17 per person per day.
Now, that's a fraction of what some other companies will
Exactly.
charge.
If you look at some of the others,
Exactly.
they're £50, £60.
And that is that. Just tell me what that includes.
That's spirits, wines by the glass, beers, ciders, soft drinks, cocktails even included. Really, the only thing it doesn't include is your premium brands and your specialty teas or coffees.
Really good value.
But then even if you don't want to drink that much, we also do beer packages, wine packages.
Brilliant. So something for everybody.
Yeah, there really is.
Maureen, we haven't nearly out of time, but you're also
I know.
something really special. The first 5 bookings, I think we are going to be really busy, but you've got a lovely
That's right.
free gift for Ocean View and above, haven't you?
Ocean View and above. We work in collaboration with Whittards of Chelsea for our teas and hot
Ooh,
chocolate.
lovely.
It's very nice. So we've got a lovely hamper to give away to the
Great.
first 5 people to book.
Yeah, Ocean View,
Ocean View and above.
So
That's correct.
give us a call straight away. Now, let's just remind you what's included in this brilliant price tonight. And it is fantastic. As I just mentioned, the first 5 bookings will get that fabulous Whittards of Chelsea luxury hot chocolate hamper. Great family cruise. For the July dates only on this one, the whole family can get away. Now, bear in mind, it's going to be for over 2 weeks for less than £2,500. Any families of 4, you'll know that is phenomenal value for that date. Amazing, actually, amazing value. Kids sale, it works out £189 with free gratuities for guests 15 years and under on that July date. And if you don't want to go with the kids or the family, we have got a second date for you, which we'll show you right now, in October. Same price, but that will be adults only. The ID number for this one, by the way, is 189. So let me get my glasses on. Here we go. 139385. I nearly got it right.
Nearly.
Maureen, can I say thank you so much?
Thanks for having me.
And
Nice to see you
we will
again.
see you soon. I think that's going to be
Absolutely.
really busy for them.
I
Brilliant.
hope so.
Really
It's
good
a-
deal.
it's a
And
fantastic
for the
deal.
kids' prices,
I know.
Really
so
good.
Anyway, right. I need to move on. Sorry. I'm getting told we are way behind already. Sorry. But I wish this was a 2-hour show. We're going to move on to Holland America next. The most amazing 18-night cruise that takes in Singapore, Hong Kong, some beautiful countries, and it's under £2,000. Let's take you on board and we'll talk you through. So, yeah, fantastic one, this, isn't it?
Really, really good on this one. So again, we've got I think 3 nights stay in Singapore, which I think 3 days is definitely it's long enough. I think you can see as much as you possibly can. There's so many things to see in Singapore. You know, you've got the internal rainforest there. You've got Raffles. You've got Sentosa Island. You know, you've got the new Marina Bay Sands. But again, if you want to get a little bit further afield, you've got the nature. There's culture there to do. There is so much to see in Singapore, and I think, you know, don't do one day. Make sure you go and see as much as you can. And things like the zoo and places like that, even at night time, are really, really
I'll be
good
honest,
to go and
Glenn,
visit.
I only got one day when I was on my
Yeah, it's not
cruise.
long enough.
It wasn't. I felt really gutted, you know.
Well, I think you get there and you think, oh, we'll just have a wander around and look at the skyscrapers. There's not. And I mean, this, we're going to talk about it in a moment, the Gardens by the Bay, and it's such a futuristic city now. But again, it's still got that history and culture with it as well. So, yeah, like you're saying, 1 day's definitely enough. 2 days is okay. You want to go for 3.
Yeah, I really regretted it. So you are going to get that included in tonight's offer. Honestly, when you break this one down, I think it's the best deal we've had in a long time.
And again, with Holland America, it's 5-star line there as well, but there's plenty to see. And we're also doing some tickets to this new attraction that they have in Singapore.
Oh, yes.
Which is the Gardens by the Bay.
Yeah.
And again, if you've ever watched Avatar or anything like this, this is the futuristic part. This is what I'm saying about Singapore. We were there a couple of years ago. You've got the walkway, you can walk all the way around. You go into, a bit like some of you have been to maybe the Eden Project down in Cornwall. We were there for the summer. But this does take it to the next level. You can go right up there. That's the skyway that you walk around, and then in the background there you saw the Marina Bay Sands. That's the new hotel, which almost looks like it's got the ship on top, and that's got the infinity pool. But we've got tickets included on this package. So 3 nights in Singapore, go to the cocktail bars, go to the roof gardens, go to Marina Bay Sands, do as much as you can, and you still haven't even started your cruise.
No. we better get on board, don't you think?
Yep.
And this is on board the MS Westerdam. Now, Holland America, they're actually 5-star, aren't they?
They are 5-star, yeah. They have a number of their plenty of ships that travel around the world. But again, with Holland America, their standard is the same across the brand. So always 5-star. Food is exceptional. Level of service is second to none. And what I will say, though, Sean, is I think a lot of people, like the British clients, don't know so much about Holland America. They tend to focus on some of the other brands. And then when you suggest Holland America, they say, oh, we've never really thought about that. But when you look at the ships, and they've just brought out one of the Koningsdam last year, which is sold so well. But this Westerdam is a beautiful ship. It's only 1,800 passengers. So, again, it's still classed as a reasonable small ship compared to the big boys. But, again, great place to go and see. And with the itinerary that you have here with to Hong Kong, with Thailand and Vietnam, great value.
I honestly, you know, in the last couple of years, I don't think we've had a deal as good as this. Not for 80 nights, taken in Singapore, Vietnam, Hong Kong, Thailand.
It sort of ticks the boxes, doesn't it? You've got Singapore at the start, then you've got some really good ports all the way along the coastline of Vietnam. Plenty of things to see here.
Now, your first day is a relaxing day at sea, so you get to settle in, get to know your way around the ship. Where's first of all, then, Glenn?
Then we go over to Koh Samui.
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Koh Samui, I've been a couple of times myself on holiday. We had a wedding there a few years ago. But this is the area around this area where they filmed the beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. So, again, if you like your beaches, your water, your snorkeling, your scuba diving, this is a great opportunity to do this. Again, you've also got the temples. You'll have that throughout the whole itinerary there. So I would always recommend maybe doing tours in this part of the world. You might only visit it once. You know, beaches are phenomenal. And if you're going on holiday to Koh Samui, you'd spend all day on the beach. But I think when you're in these destinations one day at a time, you want to see as much as you possibly can, and that's a good chance to start there in Koh Samui. We then dock in a place called Lam Shabang. Lam Shabang is the gateway to then go and explore Bangkok. Now, Bangkok's all you've heard about. It's great places to go and see. Embrace it, embrace the culture. Again, modern and traditional there. Chance to go to the Grand Palace. Now, where we dock in Lam Shabang, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away to get there. So, again, I'd recommend we do a tour there, but you are there overnight.
Yes,
so
again,
you're
not rushed,
you're not rushed.
No.
And again, you can go along the canal area there, you can go to the market, you can go to the business district where they've got great bars and restaurants, plus, of course, the temples if you want to take in that. Great for shopping, great for doing some good shopping there as well. And, of course, very, very reasonable on the prices. We then go down into Cambodia, and again, so you're seeing a completely different destination, and I always pronounce this wrong, Shinaxville. That's nowhere near, is it?
Well, I don't know.
We'll move on, and let's call it as Cambodia. Thank you. Yeah, even the guys in the.
Can you spell it though?
No. But from here again, you've got phenomenal beaches. You've got the Buddhist temples to go and visit. And as I said, depending on what you like to do on your holiday, you can either relax and take it easy, or take one of the tours and go out and see as much as you can. But again, you're now in Cambodia, so you've already done Bangkok. You've already been to Singapore. You're on to Cambodia, and from there we carry on. We have another chill-out day at sea before we start our ports of call in Vietnam, and this is becoming one of the biggest destinations around this part of the world now. Many people are going out to see this.
I loved Vietnam. I really, I loved the people. I loved everything.
Yeah, and again, it's still so cheap to eat and drink out there and do what you want to do. But
lovely.
You know, chances to go there to the Coo Chi tunnels, which is one I'd really strongly recommend. You've also got the Notre Dame Square, Independence Palace. They'll give you through all the ports of call in Vietnam, of course, the history that's been going on over the last 30-40 years, and you know, it is daunting, but it's very interesting to go and see, and I would recommend you see as much as you can. What's nice from there, you're going to have another chill out day at sea before we go along the coastline to central Vietnam, and here you've got some beaches to go and visit. You've got the temples, the Royal Palace, but again, some of the beaches in this part of the world are stunning, and you know, just a plot there, you can have a beer, have some food. It's so cheap when you're eating and drinking out there. It's a nice opportunity. So you're seeing all the way along the coastline there of Vietnam. And of course, while you're travelling up as well, you know, on the ship these days at sea, you'll be taking in the views as well. So you've got an overview of Vietnam on this one. Another nice chill out day at sea, and then into Ha Long Bay. Now, Ha Long Bay at the north of Vietnam, this is where I recommend that you do this. This is where you see the limestone rocks. This is where you take one of the junk boats. These are the views that you've probably seen in you know, travel programs and in the magazines. So if you're going to do this, jump on one of these boats and take a day-long trip.
It is a spectacular
cruise, yeah. And these junk boats they have there are so phenomenal, and that's the views that you're going to get. So this is what you say you've seen in the magazines that you want to go and see, and then from there, chill out day, and then we head back into Hong Kong. And again, Hong Kong, phenomenal place, but as I said, you're going to be flying home from this from Hong Kong.
And obviously all your transfers and flights are included.
Of course.
I think this was amazing, really. But obviously it is Black Friday week on Ideworld, you know, we have got some amazing deals. And let's just show you what's included in the, say, the offer tonight. So it's under £2,000, and that will include the 3-night stay in a 5-star hotel in Singapore, the Flower Dome and Cloud Forest admission at the Gardens by the Bay. That did look really good.
Oh, it is something you can't believe. As I said, it's like an avatar or something like that. It's really, really impressive.
You are over and out on board in Bangkok, and that's really good because, honestly, that could be a little bit of a rush if you're only there for the one day. And return flights based on London there as well, and a deposit only tonight. And the ID number for that one, I've got my glasses on now, 156597.
But I think even if you've not been to that part of the world before, Sean, you see what you're seeing within that 18 days. You're taking in some of the big destinations there.
Hey, forgot to mention, by the way, the Ocean View, the price starts at 2179, so not a lot more for the Ocean View on that one. Really good. Anyway, do you know, I think if you are new to cruising, or maybe you're just looking for a cheeky mini cruise to put in your calendar. Cruise, yeah. We've got 3, haven't we?
Well, I was with a couple of friends at the weekend, and she's never been on a cruise before, and one of my friends, and she was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Why don't you try one of the mini cruises? Because, one, you're not breaking the bank. If you don't like it, you're only on it for 2 days, but it gives you a chance to experience ships. And again, with these ones here, you've got Royal Caribbeans. Now,
we heard earlier that these are selling so well. We actually, we're lucky to get these prices tonight, because it looks like the prices, particularly on the first one, are going to go up, and that's what does happen when ships start to fill up quickly. Prices do rise, as many of you will know. So the first one is just it's a lovely 2-night Royal Experience short break from Southampton, nipping over to Le Havre for Paris, and the price is under £200 per person. It's less than £100 a night. And I should point out, this will be the first voyage after the Independence has had a huge makeover.
Yeah, it's not a new ship, but they're calling it a remastering. So they're putting on things like, especially for the kids, like laser tag and escape room. They're putting on new restaurants on board. They're refurbishing the whole ship.
So it should be like new.
It should be like new, and this is the first sailing on this one on the 15th of May. And if you want to do, something, a birthday or celebration, this is a really good chance to do this. Then we move on from there. We've got the 3-night Royal Experience from Southampton on the same ship. This is on the 28th of August, the same year. And again, we've got a family of 4 price for £12.69. Deposit's only £75 per person. And this one, you're going into Rotterdam and Zeebrugge.
And that's August Bank Holiday.
August Bank Holiday.
And then finally, if you're a little bit longer, we've got a brilliant 5-night Taste of Ireland from Southampton there.
That'd be a good one. Really
good, and the price starting from £455. Do book those quickly tonight, because they are going really fast. Now, I put on my Facebook page earlier about this cruise, P&O, Britannia, their latest ship.
Yep.
Under £500.
Yep, I was on it a couple of weeks ago for our anniversary cruise, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Very different from Endura and Azura, but really, really beautiful ship.
Anyway, let's take you on board with our lovely Keith Maynard.
Inspired by P&O Cruises' illustrious past, but designed very much for their fabulous future, this is the biggest cruise ship ever designed for the UK cruise market. Welcome to P&O's beautiful Britannia. One thing you will definitely notice on board Britannia is that there's an abundance of excellent deck space and oodles of sun loungers to help you worship. In fact, there are 4 main pools to choose from, including the adult-only Serenity Pool, a perfect place to escape to for some downtime while the kids are being looked after elsewhere. There's 13 different bars on board, 4 of which are out on deck, which means you can enjoy the sunshine or the stars as you sip your favourite tipple. The stylish new blue cocktail bar is the perfect place for a dirty martini, or there's Brody's. I love that place, and that's where P&O Cruises have introduced the biggest selection of British beers at sea, with over 70 to choose from, representing 56 different UK counties. The food is headed up by P&O Cruises' iconic food heroes. You can enjoy the taste of India with the Master of Spice Atal Kutcher's fabulous Sindhu restaurant, or savour mouth-watering gala dinner options and menus created by the godfather of UK cooking, Mr. Marco Pierre White. If you really want to spoil yourself, you can also book Eric Landlad's afternoon tea experience, or head to his Market Cafe. It's a French-style patisserie that features fine cheeses, antipasto, charcuterie, tapas and specialty breads. You can enjoy the live music, comedy, cabarets and game shows of the Live Lounge, or sit back for West End style shows in this fabulous new theatre, which features a stunning LED backdrop. Strictly fans also won't be disappointed with the elegant wooden floored crystal room. It's dedicated to dance and the perfect location to rumble the night away. P&O Cruises have really pushed the boat out when it comes to the accommodation. There's a sumptuous range of boutique offerings to choose from, including well thought out single cabins to these incredible suites designed by Richmond International that come with your own butler. And all the accommodation on board includes flat screen TVs, pamper packs from the White Company and bespoke artwork from British artists.
Beautiful ship. Glenn and I have both been on board Britannia.
Yep.
We actually filmed her, and she's stunning, isn't she?
Yeah, as I said, she's different from an Azura Ventura, which there are other two ships. It's a lot more modern. Great restaurants on there. You've got the Sindhu restaurant. Yeah. You've got Epicurean, which is their deluxe restaurant, which is beautiful as well. So I'd experience the ship, and also, as I said, for $4.99 for a week. If you want to, again, another first-time cruise, if you want to do something and see Britannia in all its glory, this is a really, really good deal.
As we were talking in that clip of film, sorry Keith, but
we did listen to him.
We both said, you know, amazing to get this at $4.99. So from Southampton, well, many benefits from obviously cruising out of Southampton. Yeah, the obvious no flying, but it does mean your cruise holiday does start straight away.
Yeah, and again, we use the holiday in Winchester, so if you want to add that on for the night before, you can stay there, and of course, it includes breakfast and transfers, and of course, obviously, your parking on that one. But this is a nice one. This can take in France, Spain, and the Channel Islands. So we're going to start going from Southampton down to Guernsey, St Peter Port. Now, it's amazing.
Place.
It's amazing how a lot of these islands around the country people have never been to. Now, this is the millionaires' playground. This is where a lot of the people that go over there, they've got some big, big properties over there. It's a great place to visit. But the main harbour area is nice to walk around. You could go across out to some of the beaches. You can go walk around. I've been to Guernsey many, many times, and I just wander around, taking the views. It's a stunning, stunning place to visit. Then you've got a chill-out day, which is nice, just to relax, experience the ship, take in the views there. Maybe that's when one of the nights you'd book one of the speciality restaurants. Then we head down onto the tip of Spain into La Coruna. Now, again, the port round area, you've got the shops around the port area, but I would also maybe take a trip out to Santiago de Compostela. That's one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and that's a really, really great place to go and see. And you could do that in the morning and then explore in the afternoon. We then go on to Santander. You're not visiting one of the banks. We actually go into a destination here called Santander, and this is on the north coast. Again, you've got a chance to visit the cathedral. You've got the Magdalena Peninsula. But again, the old worldy part of town there is nice to just wander around, meander. And you say, if you don't want to break the bank on excursion costs, just go out, have a coffee, take in the views, and just experience this part of Spain. La Rochelle is becoming a popular destination now for people into France there. And again, with La Rochelle, you've got the aquarium. So if you have got the kids with you, you've got a chance to take them to the aquarium. You've got the cathedral. And again, generally the promenade area, the small harbour is really, really nice to just sit back, relax and do some people watching. So on this cruise, you don't have to spend a lot of money on the excursions. No. You know, and again, with the cruise price, it's a really, really good value. And from there, chill out day and then back into Southampton.
Really like that one, really like that one. Some beautiful ports, nice and easy from Southampton, and a price of under £500. And she's the latest ship with, of course, P&O.
Yeah, I think she's 2 years old, but it's very, very modern. That atrium is really, really beautiful. And as I said, it is different from the other ships, and as I said, we really enjoyed it when we were on there.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think that's going to be really popular tonight. Works out less than £72 per person per night. I'm not even thinking that's a twice of a
normal hotel room.
Yeah. And when you think what's included in this, all of you know, on all cruises, you get the most amazing food. Oh, forgot to mention, Glenn.
Yes.
I need these. I could see the ID numbers from these. Yeah, free P&O Cruise binoculars for the first 5 bookings.
Yeah, that's it. So you could do with that tonight.
I could do with them tonight, yeah. You can upgrade to a balcony from under £21 per person per night. That's based on the 15th of July date. Deposit from only £76 per person. And as Glenn mentioned, you know, if you don't live near Southampton, why don't you stay in the wonderful Holiday Inn in Winchester from only £95 per person? And that will give you breakfast, parking for the week, and all of your port transfers as well.
Really, really good value.
Yeah, really good. Now, we've got 2 different dates on this one. The lead date is the 20th of May, but actually, again, bear in mind this is peak season, the 15th of July. That starts at just $649.
Can I just clarify as well on that? Just slight mistake on that one. The $499 price on there is based
so it's based on the inside.
Yeah, not a veranda. Yes. Yeah, so $499 and $649 for the inside cabin.
Yes, thank you, Glenn.
And the other thing I quickly want to say is we've just been told today that these aren't going to be released till Friday, but there are 2 deals coming out with Oriana. One is going out on the 30th of January, 18 down to the Canaries, and then it's also doing one on the 11th of Feb down to the Canaries.
Right.
12-day cruises on P&O. We are not allowed to tell you the price, but it's phenomenal. So what we ask people to do is on Friday, check the website, give us a call, and we'll let you know the prices.
I'll be doing that myself.
We tried to work out the prices early, and we kept going down and down and down.
Yeah.
And it's very, very low.
So get on the Planet Cruise website Friday morning for those extra deals as well. I will let you know, I think, my notes here said the balcony price on that one starts at $669, doesn't it?
$669 on that one for you, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and the inside is $499, just to clarify. Now, Norwegian Cruise Lines are coming up next, and recently they went premium all-inclusive. And oh my word, now when you look at what's included in this now, it's phenomenal, isn't it?
They were always all-inclusive for a couple of years, and they did other things with it. But now what they're doing is also including the tips, because you used to have to pay the tips, which is about £8 or £9 a day. So that's all included. But with the premium all-inclusive, it's literally nearly all your drinks included on it, all the top brands. I think we were talking about it earlier. Was it Grey Goose and Jack Daniels?
Yeah, and I love gin, so I'm pretty sure it's things like Hendrick's included or Bombay Sapphire. I mean, the real top end.
Yeah, and what's nice when you pay this all-inclusive, as I said to you before, it's all done and dusted, especially if you're going with a group of 4 or 6 of you. Hand over your card, get your drinks, and you're not getting that big bill at the end.
So you're going to have an amazing cruise, but the start of this is going to be breathtaking because we're going to be spending some time in, of course, Lake Garda. We're going to fly to Verona, transfer to Lake Garda for 3 nights.
Yeah, these packages, we started doing these a couple of years ago, and they do really, really popular itineraries. So now, normally the flights, we can look at alternatives flights, but generally, guys, the flights are going to be flying in from London because we're going into Verona on here. So generally, it's London flights. And with this one, we're going to transfer you to Lake Garda. Now, Lake Garda is absolutely stunning. Beautiful part of the world. Again, a lot of the rich and famous holiday over there. And as I said, you've got a chance to... Now, we've based it on 3 days. If you want slightly longer, we can extend it for you. But look at the views there. It is amazing.
I've never been, but a lot of my friends have, and they just...
and that time of year is the peak time to go. Weather's going to be great. So we've given you 3 days there just to relax and mingle with the rich and famous. Then from there, you'll make your own way from the hotel. It's only about 15 minutes drive to the train. Now, we've included the train on here for you, and it's going to take you from Lake Garda area down into Venice, and we're going to give you 2 days in Venice. Again, from Venice, we normally use hotels like the Hilton Garden Inn, which is in the Venice Mestre, but again, 2 days there. I think 2 days in Venice is long enough. The train journey from Garda down to Venice is only about an hour and a half. You'll arrive about lunchtime, so you have all day that day, all day the following day, and then you'll join the ship the next. Do the gondola, go to St Mark's Square. Just be careful, prices in St Mark's Square for the drinks are quite expensive, so maybe you have a drink a little bit further afield. But I think 2 days or 2 nights in Venice is long enough, but a great city in Europe to go and see.
And then I'm right in saying you do get your transfer from the hotel to the port?
Exactly. It's only the 2 transfer that either side of the train that are not included in this package.
And you can get a cab ride.
Get a taxi, it's cheaper to do it that
won't
way.
cost you a lot at all.
Now from there, we're going to then jump onto the ship itself, and we're going to go onto the Norwegian Star.
Well, let's have a little look on board.
If your idea of a cruise is dim lighting, string quartets, tuxedos and ballroom dancing, then prepare to be challenged, because this cruise line is so laid back, it's almost horizontal.
Welcome to the most fun and relaxed cruise experience you're ever likely to encounter, where the entertainment never stops and the excitement just keeps on building. Welcome to freestyle cruising. Welcome to Norwegian Cruise Line. There's more restaurants than days of the week, and you can enjoy food from all over the world and dine and dress as you please. From trendy French bistros to steakhouses and sushi bars, Norwegian Cruise Line offers tons of choice. If you're a vegan, vegetarian, high carb, low carb, or gluten-free, it's all covered.
Remember, this is freestyle cruising, so whatever your mood and whatever the occasion, there'll be a bar that fits the bill. With sports bars and whiskey bars, martini bars and champagne bars, alfresco bars and wine bars, bars with music and bars with sport, even ice bars. One thing's for sure, you definitely won't go thirsty.
Imagine playing Nintendo Wii on a 2-story high screen, or challenging a friend on the all-new Aqua Racer. Visualise eating world-class cuisine while acrobats tumble down on silks around your table. Or simply enjoying a beer as comedians make you smile with dedicated comedy clubs. Picture yourself singing along as dueling pianos compete, or settling into your own seat for one of the Tony Award-winning shows. Whether you're a single cruiser, holidaying with all the family, or planning a group cruise, you'll find something perfect for you.
Norwegian Cruise Line offers one of the widest selections of accommodation in the industry. They're exclusive suites where you have your own private sun deck, along with brilliant interjoining family staterooms that are cleverly located near all the kids' facilities, and balcony staterooms where you wake up to a different view every morning. But it's in the studio staterooms where Norwegian are head and shoulders above the competition.
Wow, amazing ship.
Amazing ship.
Yeah.
And again, what's nice as well, you've got that little bit of start in Lake Garda, you've got the Venice, and then you're just joining the ship then. Okay, so then moving on to the ports of call, really, really nice itineraries on here. They do slightly vary depending on the itineraries, but we'll go with the lead one at the moment. So we head into Kotor. Now, Kotor is becoming a new destination. It's Montenegro, which I can guarantee many people haven't been to before. But this is, look at this, it's beautiful round. All of this area, you know, Dubrovnik and Montenegro is amazing. And as I said, you've got the crystal clear waters, the old town there. It's almost like sailing through the fjords. So this is becoming a really, really big destination now, but I can guarantee a lot of people haven't been there. So nice to visit that one. Then we go on to the popular island of Corfu. Plenty of things to see here. You can go off to some of the big destinations of Palika down to Sadari. But you've also got great beaches. You can go off to Achillean Palace. So you can do beaches, you can do history, whatever you want to do there. But I would try one of the Greek tavernas as well for an afternoon, which is very, very popular. And then if you ever get cruises that have got Santorini and Mykonos in, they are always going to sell well. Santorini, to me, when the weather's good, is the most beautiful place in Europe to go and see. You can't dock there, you go across on tender boats, you'll go up across on the cable car, and then you see the blue dome buildings looking down onto your cruise line there. You've got the cities of Fira and Oia, they're the two places to go and visit. But again, in the afternoon, just sit in one of the cafes as against the side of the cliffs, and that's where you're going to take in the views.
Honestly, it is beautiful. I mean, you're right, I've been to Santorini and Mykonos, and they are
And again, there are two ways of getting down. You can take the cable car down, or there are the donkeys. Don't take the donkeys, go back on the cable car, just for own safety on them. Then we go on to Mykonos, another big destination. That's the horseshoe shape of Mykonos Harbour. And again, from there, people go off to some of the beaches there. But Mykonos has become very, very trendy. And again, if you look at some of the OK and Hello magazines, you'll see a lot of the rich and famous going out to Mykonos this year. But you've got the famous windmills of Mykonos. And the other thing to do is go in this part here, which are all the little tavernas and restaurants. And I always mention it, the big gull that walks through with its beak open, that it throws food in by all the different people sitting in the restaurant. But Mykonos is a great place. Then a chill out day, and then into Dubrovnik. The walled city, the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Dubrovnik. That is Dubrovnik with the red roofs on there. And again here, walk the walls, stroll around. Again, bars, restaurants and cafe, do a bit of people watching. But something with Santorini, Mykonos and Dubrovnik in, plus Kotor now, and Corfu. This is a really beautiful Eastern Med destination, but plus that, you've got Lake Garda and Venice included.
Yes, back to Venice, of course, where you disembark and you're transferred to the airport and flown back to London. Love that one. Price-wise, we've got some really good prices, actually, across various dates on this one. But let's talk about what's included. Premium all-inclusive, and that we are talking about, well, the best drinks package we think at sea now.
Yeah,
it really is.
I do, yeah.
All your service charges, you don't have to worry about anything there. The 3-night Lake Garda stay, the rail journey from Verona to Venice, of course, 2 nights in Venice, return flights. As Glenn mentioned, itineraries, they differ slightly depending on departure dates. And option switch to, oh yes, what about this one? There's an option.
Yeah, so we can also do Lake Como if you don't want to do Lake Garda. I think, just off the top of my head, I think you're flying to Milan instead. So again, you can do Lake Como if you want to change.
Right, let's very quickly share the prices on this one. The dates to look out for, great prices in September and October as well, and July, of course, and some great upgrades. And the drinks, it would honestly take me till Christmas to read out all the drinks that are included, but it is the most phenomenal drinks package at sea, and that is all included. We're talking about premium, high-end, all of the finest spirits, everything included in your fare there.
Very nice.
Now, our final cruise tonight is with Saga Ocean Cruises. Loads included in this one as well. So should we take you on board?
Yeah, let's go on board.
Let's have a look. We're at Saga. So for the over 50s, Saga, of course.
Well, we were just talking about this, so...
all right, next year, yeah.
Next year, me and you can go together, because they can... You can go... a 50-year-old can go, but they can take up to a 40-year-old on board, can't they?
So I can...
You can escort me as your minor.
Thanks for that, Graham. Thanks for that, yeah.
There you go, yeah. So, again, when you're on Saga... I was on Saga a little while ago, just for the day, went on it in Southampton, and I think one of the things that Saga really stands out is their food. Their culinary design on there is absolutely beautiful. But, again, the ships are classical. They are British cruise lines on there, and Saga have got a very, very loyal following as well, and people that go on Saga go back time and time again, and they're very, very popular.
And we should say, we actually sold this exact cruise last year, and it was a massive seller, wasn't it?
Because it's going over to the Isle of Man, and it's doing the TT races, which is something a little bit different. But again, we'll talk about it shortly, but Saga do include a lot of extras included in that, even getting to and from the ports of call. But I think if you haven't tried it before, as I said, they do their buffets. They're still one of the only ships to do these buffets. But again, as I said, the food there is outstanding. And again, with the meals, you get your soft drinks and alcoholic drinks with your meals included in the price.
I tell you, the ships are beautiful.
They are. They're traditional, stunning ships. Yeah. Really, really popular.
And you know, when it comes to cruising, in fact, our producer was saying, which cruise, can we recommend? We all like different things, and I think, this isn't about families and lots of children. No, this is about a mature clientele. Yeah. And really relaxing and chilling and having a wonderful time. And we are going to be cruising out of Dover.
Out of Dover, yeah, but out from the White Cliffs. Now, again, with this one, we'll talk about how you get to and from the port of call in a moment, but this is going from Dover, and again, always say it, nice, chill-out, relaxing day at sea. You've travelled down, you just want to relax. Then you're going to one of the best destinations in Europe to go and see, over to Dublin. If you've never experienced before, you've got the Liffey, you can go to Grafton Street, you can go down into Temple Bar, St Stephen's Green. There's plenty of things to do there. I would say if you haven't done Dublin before, maybe do a tour in the morning and then experience Temple Bar and the Irish hospitality.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely from there. Then we go over to Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, again, is becoming a very, very popular destination with cruise lines, and again they've developed the port area there, and of course you can go from there into a number of the destinations. Go down into the Cavern Club, go and do the Beatles experience, over to the Liver building. You've got plenty of things to do there. They even do the tours of Everton and Liverpool, depending if you're a red or a blue, but a great chance there to go and see, of course, the great city of Liverpool. Then we go into one of the highlights, which is called the Isle of Man, and this is where they are going to do an excursion. You can add on grandstand seats here to go and see the TT races. Now, I was in the Isle of Man a couple of years ago, never been there before, really great place to walk around, but this place comes alive for the TT races. So if you're into your motorbikes, you're there on one of the race days, you've got the grandstand seats there as well, and you get a chance to experience the TT races.
So we can add that as an option extra,
exactly, you can do that one for you. Then a chill-out day, and then back not too far from where we live down in Portsmouth, you've got Portland as well. We were there a little while ago, and again from here, this is the area where they did all the rowing and the yachting in the Olympics, but again it's the Jurassic Coast there, along the Dorset coastline. That's really, really stunning. Trips over to see some of the castles and the Jurassic coastline. That's a nice way to finish the cruise, and then back into Dover.
Now, Glenn did mention there's loads included in this, so have a little look at this. Now you might be thinking, how am I going to get to Dover? Well, free door-to-door chauffeur service, all parking. I mean, that is amazing.
That is amazing. And again, they have sort of stipulations on there, depending on how far away you are from Dover. So again, the team can explain that for you.
But it's really good.
But it is really, really good.
Free Wi-Fi, that's included. Oh, selected wines with lunch and dinner, they're included. We can add on the grandstand seats, as we mentioned, at the TT races, an optional extra. And, there's going to be a VIP motorsport legend on board as well.
We don't know who it is.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you who it is. And also, if you want Saga travel insurance, it's really great for that as well. Don't forget, you can add that as well. Just call for details. Now, 925 is price. Oh, we do have a brilliant Saga mini cruise, don't we?
We do. We've just had one. We've just had another deal from them as well, and this is going out on the 21st of August next year. 4 nights. It's only $499. Again, going from Dover, but nice chance. Free door-to-door chauffeur service or parking. You've got the Wi-Fi, selected wines with lunch and dinner. Overnight in Kent there, and also includes the optional travel insurance. Dover, Honfleur, which I love. Overnights in Kent, and then back into Dover.
Yeah, I'd like to take my mum on that one.
Lovely.
Yeah. Because I won't be 50 by then, so I'll have to go with
right.
that.
Yeah, okay, but the following year, me and you are on it.
Yeah. Listen, I'm still planning my 50th cruise. That'll get me through, I'm sure. Right, let's recap. everything we had. What a great show. I think we started off with our Marella cruise. This is Thompson, basically, with a brand new name, but everything that you love and know about Thompson is here. We've got a free upgrade to all-inclusive. We've got all your tips and service charges. They're included. Return flights. They're based from Bournemouth there, but we have got flights available from most UK airports. And don't forget, if you'd like to extend your trip, you can add on a 7-night hotel stay in Mallorca from only £229 per person. That's based on the 9th of October. ID number 148664.
Then we moved on to Moira, who was talking about Columbus. Again, my old ship, which was Ocean Village, but it's back here with Cruise and Maritime. And this one here is starting price at $999 per person. First 5 bookings tonight on an Ocean View and above will receive the Whittards of Chelsea Luxury hot chocolate hamper. Now, multi-generational family cruise and a family of 4 price is from $2,459 on the 20th of July departure. Kids sail for $189 and free gratuities for guests 15 years and under on the 20th of July. Itineraries slightly differ and the ID number is 139385.
I really liked that.
Really
Great
nice.
value. Then Holland American. I've been very lucky. I have been to most of the ports on this cruise, and I can tell you it will be a trip of a lifetime. The price on this, if you're regular, you'll know that is such a good offering. 3 nights in the 5-star hotel in Singapore. You've got the Flower Dome, the Cloud Forest admission at the Gardens by the Bay. That's included. Some great overnights on board in Bangkok, and your return flights as well. And so that's for under £2,000 for 80 nights. Amazing value. The ID number for that one is 156597.
Nice one. Then we move on from there over to that brilliant deal with P&O, $499 for a week sailing on the Britannia. It's only 2 years old, that ship's great. Now, the first 5 bookings, this is the selling point of itself, free P&O binoculars when you book this. You can upgrade to the balcony from just £21 per person. That's based on the 15th of July. Deposit is only £76 to get this reserved now. You can add that one night at the Holiday in Winchester for £95 per person, and that includes breakfast, parking and transfers. And again, the ID for that one is 125124.
And then Norwegian Cruise Lines with definitely, you know, the best all-inclusive cruise, I'm going to say, at sea. You've got all of those premium drinks, service charges, gratuities, 3-night Lake Garda stay there, the rail journey from Verona to Venice, then 2 nights in Venice, an amazing cruise, and the option to switch to Lake Como instead. Just call for details on that one. ID number 158700.
And then we go on to Saga, which was the last cruise taken in the TT races. And again, this is ID number 146690. $9.25 per person lead-in, free door-to-door chauffeur service and parking. The guys in the office will let you know how to do that. Wi-Fi, add the tickets to the races, and again, you've got the optional Saga travel insurance. That's on the 29th of May.
And don't forget, we did also have those mini cruises from Royal Caribbean and, of course, a mini from Saga as well. What time's the phone lines open until tonight,
They're
Glenn?
going to be there till 10:30 tonight. We'll be back in. I'll be back in at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I think it's going to be a busy one.
I think it was a great show. Glenn, are you with us next week as well?
I am, yeah, I'm with. And that'll be the last one for a couple of months, and then I'll be having a bit of a break.
It'll be cruising the world, no doubt. Yeah. Glenn, see you next week.
Yeah, pleasure.
Thank you to everyone. We love our Tuesdays with you, as you know. I'll see you next week with Glenn on the sofa, 8 o'clock. But, yeah,
cheers,
keep those bookings coming in, and we'll see you very soon with Planet Cruise.